Last year has certainly flown by. I would like to thank all the legislators for voting me in as chairman for another year. It is indeed a great honor to think of the confidence that you have shown in me to elect me to lead you for this year. While last year was a learning experience for the new legislators and for me as chairman, I feel we handled the various issues that came up during the year with a veteran's experience. I would also like to thank all of the department heads, along with Karen Burr, with all their knowledge, who have made our jobs as legislators much easier. I would also like to thank Jack Searles, Jeff Van de Kar, Tom Brady, and all their staffs for their invaluable assistance and advice. So to all of you again, a big thanks. Again, there's still much to be done. We do have a budget, a new budget in place, and it certainly was much easier this year than it was the previous year. Even though the budget is under the cap, I still think there's some work that could be done. I would like to see the Finance Committee look into forming possibly a budget review board to work with Jack Searles to see what possible savings and what, if any, recommendations could be incorporated into the 2014 budget. These findings would then be reported back to the Finance Committee for their action. While this is up for discussion yet, hopefully something can be worked out and done. We still have New York State to deal with on its unfunded and underfunded mandates. We must impress upon our state representatives how important and necessary it is to receive relief from these programs. With New York State's plan to take over of Medicaid, we will be under the gun to meet unrealistic timeframes or face the penalties. Talking with one state Medicaid official last year at NYSAC up in Albany, she basically said, the state knows it probably will not be able to meet its own set timelines, but that still will not relieve the county of its responsibility to meet them. Isn't it just wonderful trying to deal with the state? Cattaraugus County must be ready to react to any and all changes brought about by state and federal entities. Some of our state and federal officials don't or refuse to understand that if they allow the county to prosper and grow, then their economy does also. This in turn influences the state finances and gravitates upward to the federal level as well. At least that's what it seems logical to me. In conclusion, while I know there are still other issues that will face us in the coming year, I look forward for continuing improvement in the county as long as we as legislators continue to make smart and educated decisions. Again, thanks to everyone for making my job easier, and I look forward to having a great year with all of you. Thanks.
This year. Thank you very much for those of you that support us.
Thank you, Jim.
Snyder, Majority Leader Jim Boser, my fellow legislators, department heads, county employees, and citizens of Cattaraugus County. It has been my pleasure to serve as Majority Leader over the past year, and I look forward to serving again as your Majority Leader for 2013. Pat Murphy will be the Assistant Majority Leader, and Donna Bickman will be the Majority Whip. I'd like to thank Jack Searles, his staff, and department heads and their staff for working with the legislature during the past year, especially the outstanding job they did preparing the 2013 budget. We are now in the second year of dealing with the 2% property tax cap. Although the task at hand was to keep within the 2% property tax cap, Albany keeps stacking the deck with more and more unfunded mandates and less relief. Our governor has basically told us to quit complaining about mandate relief and deal with it. This year's budget was kinder and gentler as Jim Snyder requested, our finance chairman. The big plus was we did not have to lay off any county employees. In 2012, we started the year with 8 new legislators. Committees were set, and it did not take long for everyone to get on board and deal with the issues at hand. We have worked extremely well together dealing with these issues. In 2012, we continued to look at every department to see where we could become more efficient. Our department heads and their employees have again stepped up and given us suggestions which have turned into savings for the taxpayers of Cattaraugus County. So in 2013 will bring more challenges to the legislature. We as legislators have to continue looking at ways to become more efficient and still provide services to our citizens. We must continue to look at the facts and work together. Over the next 3 years, the legislature will continue to have a full plate. This plate will be loaded with many challenges: our nursing homes, union negotiations, roads and bridges, economic development, and maintaining a safe fund balance, just to name a few. The challenge will be to live within the 2% tax cap, which will be with us for the next 3 years. To do this, we will need cooperation from administration, department heads, employees, and the entire legislature. I am calling on all legislators on both sides of the aisle to continue to work together over the next 3 years to meet these challenges. In closing, I'd like to thank everyone who has helped me over the past year, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you. As long as we continue to look at all the facts, I'm confident that the decisions we make will be in the best interest of Cattaraugus County residents. Thank you.
Chairman Marsh, Vice Chairman Snyder, returning legislators, department heads, county employees, and citizens of Cattaraugus County. I would like to thank my fellow legislators for electing me as your minority leader. To the many new legislators beginning their first year, I would like to say, job well done. They truly were a great group to get to know and work with. With the casino compact with New York State and the Seneca Nation now in arbitration, hopefully a settlement will be forthcoming in the near future. The year ahead for our legislature will most certainly be a year of difficult decisions. The 2% property tax cap we must live with, along with no help from mandates from New York State. This will cause many problems, which we must solve to the best of our ability. Both sides of the aisle must continue to work together for the best interests of the people of Cattaraugus County. I feel very confident that this will continue. The information I would like to share with you about our agricultural community in Cattaraugus County. Our county is a right-to-farm county. Outreach discussions will be held this year with our towns on right-to-farm issues. Our county once again will contract with Cornell for farmer assistance. We surely will get a large return for the financial support given them. Cattaraugus County held their first farmer and neighbor dinner this year. It was a whopping success. Hopefully we're going to do it again this next year, and we'll do twice as well as we did the first year. The Amish Trail promotes both the ag and tourism business. Acceptance far exceeded expectations. Agriculture is rapidly changing in our county. We now have organic farming, dairy farms with robotic milking parlors. Soybeans and corn have become major crops in many areas of our county. Farmland that has been idle for many years is now producing crops as well as income for the landowners. With the new production of Greek yogurt in western New York, the increased demand for milk should enable our dairy farmers to prosper. The Department of Economic Development, Planning and Tourism is now in the process of designing a county website strictly for agriculture. This should be completed very shortly. With strong support from the legislature, the future for agriculture in Cattaraugus County has never looked brighter. I'd like to announce William Sprague will be Assistant Minority Leader, Susan Lavone, the Whip. Thank you, Chairman Marsh.